Hey everybody, welcome to Mark's Basement Arcade EM and Chat Repair. We may be getting a little bumpy today because my internet is goofy again. So I don't know what's going on. I'm way over here on the corner right now. I'm just trying to get my computer up. My other computer up. And we're on better cover. Yep, plug my other laptop in so it doesn't fall asleep. And let's fix that. TVmgc. There. I'm back. I just had to fix that internet there. Well, that computer. So yeah, I don't know what's different today with the internet, but I'm dropping frames again. So anyways, we're going to get back to Lucky Ace. You can see it. The cabinet is right here. The Playfield is kind of over here somewhere. That is the inside of the head. So let's get to putting that together. Get that finished. Alright. Yeah, we're going to be freezing up again today. Right here. We're kind of in the middle. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with it, but we'll just try to keep going. But anyways, yeah, I got everything done here. This is all done, put back together, solid working, yada yada yada. I forgot my, what do you call it? My buzzer, and I forgot to move the camera. So we'll need the buzzer to clean off the contacts and get that cleaned. And I gotta resubscribe to MGC. Let me get that. Prime sub. Subscribe with Prime. There we go. Show me. Share. Why does it say 2-month streak? Yay! I got a resubscription message that pops up. $31 months. Yeah. Woohoo! Alright. So we're going to get back to this buzzer. 443 Dremel bits. Cheap Dremel. By the way, I think I bought some counterfeit ones on Amazon the other day, well, a while ago, because both of them just flew apart in pieces. 2 out of the same box. This is a new one out of another box, and it's working perfectly. That's it for that. Alright, we will get to cleaning this off. Again with this is just green scrubby pad. today is just going to be another horrible internet day. Don't know why. Seems like I might have to switch days. I don't know. There's also one thing I also wanted to check too. Videos. When was the last video? Yeah, because I didn't get a notification on my phone, which is weird. Usually I get notifications on my phone, but I don't know. I didn't get any notification. So you guys might not even know if I was live. But anyways, I am. Hopefully this frame rate stuff will stop. Alright, we got that cleaned. We'll start getting this apart. We're going to take this little loop off here so it helps us access the coil stop better. It's usually a longer, junkier screw. We'll get this rebuilt and going, and then we're going to start tearing apart the Playfield. Alright, let's get that apart. This will come back like that. Coil will come off. Coil stop. There. The coil sleeve wanted to come with it, but we weren't having any of that. Let's get this cleaned and put back together. Use a little nap saw. Here. Clean that off. Clean the coil stop completely off. Pretty dirty already. Clean all these posts off. Alright. Let's get a little container full of my parts. Get an extra piece here too. I found that in an ultrasonic cleaner. We will just throw that in the container. Get a coil stop back on. New coil sleeve. Snake the coil stop back in there. Flip this around. Screw the coil stop screws back in. Get them tightened down. So yeah, if anybody's watching, we will be at Midwest Gaming Classic with this machine. As long as it goes back together right and works, it will be at MGC. And you can play it and buy it and take it home. Right now we're going to put a little grease on this. Just a little super lube. Slather it all around there. Now I will wipe that off. part of the towel. The reason why I wipe that off, it leaves a micro layer of film on the part, and that's exactly what we want. We don't want it heavily caked with grease. We'll tighten this back down. Yeah, this is exactly when I went through all these except for the first, second. Well, the first is the dirtiest, then it goes to the second and the third, and usually this last one here is the cleanest. And then you can take a little buzzer and clean off these, or you can just take put your finger underneath them and just wipe them with the green scrubby. Same with this. Take this, just go back and forth and clean all the crud off this. This is your plunger that goes inside, which will go in there. Need our other screws too. This. There. This is kind of like a holder for the coil stop and the lock that locks this whole thing into the score assembly, score reel holder assembly. It's actually kind of genius that they used one part to do two things. Let me get my little magnetizer out. Get that going. That, and then we're gonna freeze. All right, this we'll push that in there and slide this over the top like that. Actually, we will do this first. Get this one on first. This has to be put down between the leaves right here between the two leaves. It's got to get put down between there. We'll take our little E-clip, get it in there, and it spins, and we can take our main wheel, that in there like that. This one will go over top like that. Which will be held on by one more clip that is now not in here. I counted all of them the other day and I had them all. So I don't know how I could just lose one of those clips, but it happens. So we will just go in our parts bin and get one out. It's like, yeah, I washed all these and went through them all and cleaned them all up, found they were all perfectly matched, and now I just lose one. Don't know how that can be. I don't have any over here. I don't think I have brand new ones that are that small, but we'll look. Oh yeah, I think I do. I believe I do. If not, I do have original used ones. There's one right there. Somebody's home. And the new ones, problem with them, they are tight. They haven't been stretched out yet. Alright, that's that. Put that back there. And we're still going red. This is crazy. Alright. We got a clip on there, clip on there. Our springs are all on. The only thing we have left is 3 screws and the big clip for the wheel. However, what I'm going to do now is put my little glasses on. So I want to see how these switches are opening and closing. That's good. That's good. Yeah, they're good. They're going perfect to me. Alright. Now on this gear, there's a notch. There's a notch right here. I don't know how good you can see it. I'll try to lift up my camera to show it to you a little bit better. It's as close as we're going to get. But anyways, right here, there is a notch. Let's see if I can turn it in a different way. I have to wait for my thing to go live. Nope. Should be right here now. Alright, anyways, you can't see it. But trust me, in this top of the gear there is a notch that corresponds with the notch that's right here, and this notch is also lined up with this tab that's on there, and that has to go perfectly into that gear in order for this to do its job correctly. That basically syncs everything up. That's the timing mark for the score reel. It is exactly what it is. It's the timing mark. Because this machine really doesn't care where this reel is. It just cares where all the switches and everything line up together. It doesn't care that there's a reel here or not. It just wants everything to line up perfect when it goes through its startup sequence. These you don't crank down either. Just tighten them down till they don't move, and then you're done. Put your other E-clip on there, and boom. Now as this moves around, once we get to 9, that lever that we put on there will go down and it will close this first contact, and then the next contact will be closed, and the next contact will be closed. We'll have closed, closed, and closed. And when we advance it once, we go to 0, which is right here. The top contact is open, the middle contact is open, and the bottom contact is open. When we go to 1, top closed, middle closed, bottom open. All the way through till number 8. They stay exactly the same. Once we go on 9, bottom closed, the other 2 are still closed. 0, open, open, closed, and then 1. We go back and start the sequence over. Alright. I don't like leaving that on 0. The reason why, I want the machine into a full reset when I rebuild it. So I always put the numbers on something other than 0, just so I can see the machine do its first reset when it comes back to life after being dead all these years. Make sure all your wires are still intact and on everything, because these do like breaking off. I want them to break right now. I don't want them to break later on. I want all these to break as I'm working on it. And then this, we're going to stick a fork in it and say this is done. So yeah, we went through and we rebuilt this stepper. We rebuilt this stepper, put the 2 jumpers on it. Right here, you can't really see them unless I move the camera. There. We got the 2 jumpers on. That way the game thinks it's got a credit, and the light is also on the apron. And like I said, this game does have coin mechs in it, so we're gonna set it up so it can still take quarters if you cut these 2 wires here off. If you cut these off, then the game will go back to quarters. If you leave these on, the game will stay on free play. So we are done with this. And I just heard something drop. And it was a hunk of solder. And this is all going to be with regular old school bulbs. The reason why is because that's how I'm selling it. And if anybody wants to buy it, they need to get in contact with me very quick. So we can change this. I just put this the wrong way. Man, this one is heavy too. Oh, and we lost another insert. Where did that come from? I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. I just found another one on the floor. This is a heavy Playfield. Alright, where did this come from? I do not see it. I see 2 missing. This one and this one, which I have in a container right here. I have that one, which is right here. And that one, which goes right here. This one, I have no idea where it goes. I wonder if this was just an extra that somebody threw in. But it is one of these sizes here. I don't know. It will go in there though. It looks like somebody replaced the flipper bats and rubber. But we will be doing that too. Alright, Playfield. As you can see, it's got the typical wear on it that they do get. These are all garbage. These are just crumbling to hell too. They're just like rock hard. So anyways, what we're gonna do again is I'll get my camera out. We're gonna make a whole video of how this is. How this whole game is set up. And what do we need to do? We want to move the camera a little bit towards here. See how that worked. And we want to turn that like that. I think that will work. Let's get these scorecards off because I'm going to knock them loose anyways. We'll throw those in the bottom of the crate for it. I need to get my phone so we can mark everything. I'm guessing every single one of these inserts are going to be loose. Because if this is anything like the last one I did, they will be loose. Now we're going to take off Mylar here, which I'm not happy about. I just might cut that off where it's loose and just leave it attached. The more Mylar you take off this thing, the more damage the Playfield gets. And we don't want it to be damaged any more than it already is. Alright, let's get the phone. Alright, get your phone out and you'll record it like I am. Alright, plastics. Here, 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 screw, screw, here, 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 here. That's it for the plastics. The apron looks like it has these screws with like a built-in washer on them. I don't know if they are washers or not. They do not look like washers. They look like they're actually built into the screws. And then the screws here and here are those big fat daddy ones. So we will get the first layer off now. Alright, and we need, I believe it's this one and this one to get all these off. I had a container over here for plastic. Here we go. I don't know why I like putting plastic in there, but I do. And most of these I think we can just take off. That's where this tool comes in. Let's break them all loose with this tool. This tool grabs the post right here, and I'll grab the post, keep the post from unscrewing. I will show you that in better detail when I get further along. Plastics are in very good shape, which is a bonus. pretty decent shape. That screw right there. Very good shape plastic. Okay, let's use this. Actually, these I think I'm just going to put in a bag. Those probably won't be going back on. Those probably will get replaced with white ones. They make the game look a little prettier. People like them. Let's try a different screwdriver. One, I'm far away from these screws, so I'm not at the best angle to take them out. Plastics are great. Plastics are great, I have to say that. Now this tool here, it just goes around these posts like that, so you can take the screws off the top, because these posts are hexed like they're actually 1/4 inch. Alright, we got that off. I will take the apron off right away. Put these back to screws, Phillips. Man, I forgot how heavy these Lucky Ace Playfields are. The reason why is there's a giant relay bank on them that controls a lot of the, well, let's say, programming for these pieces. I'm going to leave right here because I'm going to take a picture of them. I don't think they're going to make a difference. All right. Just gonna go in there. will go in the container. Do all these Playfield screw things all at one time. Yeah, they're all the same screw, which is nice. Apron the other way in the thing. There. Now sometimes these screws here will have washers under them. No. But it does got that one screw there that I will take a picture of afterwards. I do want to take a picture of these. Alright. Get this out. Get that going. We'll get the top of the apron off now. Ouch. Those things are sharp. They are sharp. That is loose. Take this, we're heated up enough where I can take the wires off this. Makes it easier for me later on. All the same screws, except for some of them. Two of them are longer. Yeah, two are long. The long ones were for over here. Too. I will leave that little rubber on there. Get on off. These we will take off now. I'll get my other thing. Nothing new today. Now remember, when you take these off the apron, you have to take these screws off first. The nuts off the bottom first. Otherwise you're not getting this off. What I'm going to do is put these nuts back on the screws. else with that one. It's like really like long or something. My nut driver did not want to go on those. Now these can all come out. Just screw back on the bottom. Reason why I do this, well, it just keeps them together. This way, after the rock tumbler, it's like two less things I have, small things that I have to look for. These are just like so powdered. Nice and taken apart. That'll go in there. These will go in there too. Alright, let's take this apart. This has a nut on the back, which is, I think, the green nut driver. No, maybe the orange one. Yep. So yeah, later on tonight, Jason should be streaming, and then Barricade is our other streamer, but as I said before, he has no scheduled time, so I do not know when he is on at all. But Jason should be on tonight at 7 p.m. This is garbage. That's the rebound rubber for the top. Alright, put these screws off to the side here. And go back with our camera, aka phone, and we will do another video. Alright, we got these screws here for that. We're looking at the metal guides. Here. Nail. This is just disgusting, this game. Metal guide. That's it for nails. Nails and guides. Yeah, that'd be it. And this gets held on with a screw here, and a screw there, which we will take off so that I can get polished. And then posts, post, screw, post, post, screw, post, post, screw, screw, post, screw, screw, post, screw, post, 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 little rebound screw, post, post, screw, screw, post. And then I'll just do a soft once over on this again. Another rebound there. Just so we can see where everything is. Oh, we got another one there. This way when I come back later on and start working on this, I can always come back and view my videos, see what I missed, if I missed anything. Alright, these will come off. These will go in with the plastics for the ultrasonic cleaning. Alright, we can take all these off. Oh, these are garbage. They're all just garbage. Can't reuse them, and even if they were halfway decent, they're not worth putting back on the game. If you're selling it, even if you're not selling it, they're not worth putting back on it. I found a nail. Alright, I found another nail, which is right here. Here and here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this was one without a head on it right here. With no head, no head. These are the only 4 that have heads on them. Alright. So yeah, that's what we do with those. Get pliers. We can pull all those out and put them with the Playfield metal. These I just grab them and jerk them up real super quick. One was barely even in there. Alright. Now we're just going to start taking off all these posts. Oh, let's get the rest of these rubbers off. They're easier to take off like this versus trying to take them off the game. I mean, them by themselves. These are just easier when they're on the game like this, because the game will hold them for you. And these are all the same on this game. A lot of the times I will tell you to measure them, because some games have some taller ones on it versus other games that will have some tall and short. But this game only has short ones. For screws, yeah, we'll do these two. Actually, we'll put these in a different container. Those will go with pop bumper parts. Even though I'm gonna not reuse them, I'm still gonna, I just want to know what they were. Well, that was long. See, that was good, because you got 2 of these long ones and 4 short ones. stuff. I'll put right there. I'll take that off, put this on. Million posts on this game. Oh, and everybody, sorry for the video. I don't know. It seems like every other Sunday I just get crappy internet connection for some odd reason. But yeah, I'm Mark from Mark's Basement Arcade, and I do how-tos on rebuilding games on YouTube. So if you're interested in that, I will put a link up. There's Midway's Gaming Classic. Please check them out. And there's my link right there. Alright. This will come off with what do you call it, underneath. We will take all these bulbs out now. What I'm doing with the bulbs is something odd and weird. Kind of like putting them off to the side, and then later on I will go through them and find out what are original bulbs and what are not, because some people collect these original bulbs for some reason. And I'll probably just put them in a big box and sell them to somebody. Some people want these original bulbs, so this game's got 4 flippers. These rubbers are not bad. These have been replaced recently. Flipper bats? I don't know. I'm thinking no, they haven't. Alright. Let's get these up. How easy are these going to be? Okay, that one's easy. Easy. Can't get at that one. Easy. Easy. These ones we will have to get with a block of wood and a screwdriver. Hopefully we can get them up pretty easy. Yeah. I am not prying on the Playfield. I'm using this hunk of wood to use it as a pivot point. I'm not even touching a Playfield with the screwdriver. I think that's it for them. Yes. These will come out from underneath. Take these, put them over here. What we need to do now is get the pop bumpers loose. Here's my pop bumper screw thing. I'll get a different screwdriver bit for these. Get my little needle nose and pull those out. Okay, where is it? I lost my needle nose pliers. This is what happens when you don't put them back in the right spot. Luckily, I remember where I was using them last. These screws have to come out first before you can get the pop bumpers off. And the other screws that gotta come off up here. These do. However, they're not pop bumper. They are these. And that is the orange. I believe so. Hey, I'm Melissa. Hi from Jill and Jeff. Are you still over there? Or are you home now? If you can, also, if you got nuts, just screw back in to the nut. Because after you run them through the rock tumbler with your walnut media, it's just easier to clean things if you don't have them poking through like that. And I'm going to go over here off camera and get these two out. I'm going to have a fun time flipping this Playfield over. I'm afraid I'm going to lose a lot of inserts when I flip it over, because with these Lucky Aces, they do got loose inserts in them. I don't know if it's just this era or what, but oh, okay. Hi Jill and Jeff. But I don't know what's with this era. They just like to, these all like to fall out. I can feel that one's loose. That one's loose, I can hear it. That one's loose. That one's loose. 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 Totally loose. Alright. afraid to flip it over because I'm afraid I get the garbage out of the way. I'm afraid I'm going to lose some of these. And I'd rather glue them in. I think I'm going to just do that. I'm not going to flip it over and... Oh, jeez. Alright. We'll do this. Not going to stick this down real hard. It's going to kind of just be on. I don't want all these damn inserts to fall out on me. I want to pop them out on my own and then re-glue them. As you can see, we got 2 missing already that I do have, which is good because they'll go back right where they belong. But when these inserts are loose like this, I like to pop them out and then glue them back in the exact same spot. That way the weird paint lines match up nice. Man, this is like heavy. This is why it's heavy, because you got this giant relay board right here and this giant ass relay bank. Alright, everything seems to be working good. But yeah, that's why this game is so damn heavy, because of this stuff. So now we're going to go through and take all these out. Take the flippers off and just disassemble the top of this as much as we can to get this game apart. And yes, like I said, this is going to be for sale at the Midwest Gaming Classic. So if anybody's interested in getting a pinball machine, this will be there for you. What you need to do now is I need to take these screws out so I can get at these rollovers, because they're coming out too. Get that screw out. See all these orange things? Those are all coming out. And then we're gonna get those ultrasonic cleaned along with the rest of the plastics. It's easier to do this when you start removing parts of the playfield. These will easily just come out on a little angle. Get your angle dangle. Let's see, they just come out. These will get all washed real nice and pretty, and then they'll go back in. I know this looks kind of hard and confusing what I'm doing, but it really isn't. Well, I guess if this is your first machine you're working on, it can be, but it just basically takes something out and put it back in. I used to do these all like at one at a time when I first started doing this. Now I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to clean them all together. I used to hand clean all these. bulb out of my way. Yeah, this game I do not want coming home with me. I want to take it to Midwest Gaming Classic and not bring it home. So. I had this game for a while too. Like I said, this is my second one I've owned. But this thing may not look the best anymore, but I guarantee it's going to play like new again. Oops. Those will go there. I found more inserts too that I didn't get to. This should be the last of them. I believe that's the last of the rollovers. We got 9. Yep, that's it. 10. There's 10 rollovers. All right. Okay, let's put this back. Here. You don't have to put the screws all the way super tight because this will be coming back off eventually again anyways. I'll just snug them back down. Are you bringing some food home? That's what I'm wondering. Alright. Let's get all these stand-up targets off. I'm going to get a marker and mark some of them for a reference. Just so I kind of know where they go. I don't think it's going to be too much of a big difference on those or not, where they go. Screw is different color. Almost done with them. Oh, this one's been repaired. It's got a screw in it. And I dropped one screw. There it goes. Where is it going? It's going nowhere. Oh, these have been repaired too. At least you don't use 40 feet long screws when you repair them. See, these all will come out because it makes it easier for me to clean the playfield. These other ones that are hidden, there's one here, right here. This is going to be a fun one to get at too. Alright. That's going to be a pain in the butt. Hey, what's up, Paisan? How you doing? You can take this home, Paisan, when you come to MGC if you want. It will be up for sale. So if you're interested, you can take her back home with you. This is my other Williams Lucky Ace. I sold one at MGC. I'm hoping to sell this other one at MGC also. Right now I'm prepping the machine so I can polish the playfield. Well, first thing I'm going to do is glue all the inserts in and then polish the playfield. Did you get a notification that I was live? I don't know if I did or didn't because I was flip-flopping internet on my phone, so I might have gotten one and didn't see it because I was changing the internet from the basement router to the upstairs router. Those are that. Now I gotta get these off, which are probably these. Oh, you did get, okay, good, thank you. So yeah, it was me then. Like I said, I was just flopping through them, changing from upstairs to downstairs internet. And I didn't get one for myself. Here's one off. I got one over there to get off. I gotta get these two out. These go with that. No. That. Okay. Let's get this off. That goes all the way through. Yeah. You still got your plans for MGC? Hoping to see ya again. Alright, that should be all the switches, I believe. I believe I just gotta get my flippers off and the slingshots and the pop bumpers, and I have to get this thing off here. All right. And they didn't make this easy to do this flipper. Okay, that just came right out. These are original flippers, So they are garbage. I will keep the shoe, and the plastic can go in the trash. The shoe is still good. Plastic isn't. Yeah, that's original. And that's out. Are these all going to come out? Or will they stay in? Nope, it will come out. So I got that one other flipper I got to work on. Alright, I got like 4 bins of crap already started. I can't get at that screw because this whole assembly is in my way and it's loose. I guess I could have just put a wrench on it too. If I put a wrench on it, and it drops out. So yeah, all the flippers are garbage. They're all original. Oh, look at this spring. Jeez, people. Flippers need to be rebuilt. They're all garbage. Okay, I gotta get at 1, 2. There's 2 screws here. Where's the other one? Right there, 3. I am hungry. That one loose. We'll take these out, 3 of them out, so we can spin this. Let's get to this last screw here, right there. There. That was this whole bar there that come off. It's just, it makes it easier for me to wax. I got one less thing in my way. I gotta work on the pop bumpers. Well, we're doing good time too. So what I'm gonna do behind the scenes later on, I will be taking apart, well, the Playfield I will be waxing and fixing all the loose inserts, because I want to get this done before MGC and tested, and I have other stuff I have to do. I got to do the Matahari Playfield swap, which is right behind me yet. Alright, let's get at these. And where's my pop bumper screws right here? So I got to do all that yet too. I need a magnet. There's my magnet. I need something to drink too. There we go. Got the tall boy today. And a Parmar light half and half iced tea and lemonade. So good. Alright. am now disassembling the pop bumper, all three of them. So we can get them soldered and get them apart. There's so much I got to do on this side with this bank before I put the bank back on. So it just makes working on this whole area so hard. I gotta rebuild this pop bumper, make sure it's all good, and then put it back together, and then put this bank back on. This bank is SOB. It's just a pain in the butt. At least I can get to those wires now to get that socket out of the Playfield. So the two screws I just took out right now that I'm doing right now are for the chrome ring that's around the top of the pop bumper. Now these screws I'm taking out right now are for the pop bumper themselves. Now I need to do one thing. Mark this one there. These pop bumpers are close. I don't want to mix up the pop bumpers with each other. Trust me, I've been there already. That was not fun. I did that on a casino, Chicago coin casinos. I mixed up the pop bumpers. I hit one pop bumper and the other one would fire. Craziest thing ever. Because Chicago coin used so much wire for the pop bumpers, it just let you put them wherever you wanted to. The other thing is, once I get this thing apart, it's still going to be heavy, so to move. Still going to be heavy. Alright. And I don't like how that is. Alright, let's get this junk out of my way. I believe we're done with pop bumpers. This can get a lid on it. I can get a lid on it. This can get a lid on it. Yeah, we'll get a lid on it. This will get a lid on it. What I'm doing is I'm just putting lids on all my bins here. Keep them separated. Alright, gotta keep them separated. Na 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 na. Hey, gotta keep them separated. Get the southern iron heated up. That way I can desolder these. I'm gonna take these back, all these off too. Come out and play. Okay, this is gonna be fun with my little screwdriver. Actually, I should have left the pop bumper thing out. So I forgot I got pieces to put in it. And the plastics, I got things to put in it. That's not the flathead screwdriver. That's a Phillips. That's my flathead. Look at all those dropped frames. Alright, let's get that under there. Let's see if we can nail this. There's one pop bumper out. Alright, here's the other one. The other one should be easier. Let's do it the other way, Mark. Okay. Another one. Two. And one more, which is going to be looks like a big pain. Oh, look at that. We already got one light that wasn't even soldered on. I'm going to have to take that switch off too. This would have been a really good game to learn on, hands-on learning to rebuild EMs, because it is such a complex, all like mashed in one machine, because it does have a lot of mechs that are shared by a lot of machines, all in one machine. It makes it a great machine to learn on. There. And that one should come right out too. Alright. Now that we got those out, I gotta straighten out these sockets here. So we can get the solder off of them. So hopefully I can get them apart good. There we we go. This piece will get resaved. This will get saved. Garbage. Saved. Socket saved. And that's garbage. She will do to every one of these the exact same thing. The reason why some of these parts are unsavable, well, I'll show you. The plastics are just so garbage. These, I've only had to like replace these once or twice. This is the base of the pop bumper. These are bulletproof. These springs, the only time I ever replace these springs are when I lose them. This is the skirt. As you can see, the heat attacked it and sun, and it just is crumbling away on the corner. That's garbage. This is the part that comes down like that and hits your ball and makes it fly. There's nothing wrong with this. A good cleaning and that will be looking like new. Here's the lamp socket. These can be cleaned and reused. And here's the body. And you can see it's got just a hole rotted in it on both sides. This is all just brittle and just garbage. So we got the one more that we'll take apart. What I'm doing, I'm just straightening the legs on the socket so I can get the globs of solder off of them, and so they can fit through the bottom of the assembly, this, so it can fit through that. That's that. Again, this one is just destroyed. This is good. Socket, they will go through the tumbler, and then I will take it and solder non-ghosting bulbs to them, LED non-ghosting bulbs. And like this one's actually in better shape. It's broke on this side, but this side's pretty decent. But it's still rotting and garbage. So pop bumpers are done. We can turn that off. Alright, now we can put these away. Alright, was there anything else to take off on this? Slingshots and a target over here. It still wants to hang down. Alright, slingshots here and here. We got them. Yeah, we're in frame. Alright, we'll get a container for slingshots. We will get these up. That's a long ass wire right there. Slingshot. I will take a picture of these slingshots because they're a little odd from how they normally are. They got a big screw holding them down. Slingshots, they both got this screw on this side here. Don't know why, but they do. Alright. All we gotta do, take the screws out of the switch, the loose switch. This screw will come out with its giant washer. And then this will twist out of the way. Go in there, and then, oh, look at that, that broke right free. Yeah, we'll go back on there. The switch was halfway soldered down to the matrix on the board, and it just broke off of it. That's what I'm kind of talking to myself about. But this whole machine's been gone through and fixed at one time. So a lot of these switches have got been repaired over the years. And you got these long screws going through them that nobody bothered cutting off. So I will have to cut them off, make sure they're tight and functional. Those will come out like that. I don't know if you can see that now, but there's a giant washer on the black screw right here. Right there. And this is also soldered the same way, right to the matrix. This wire here, power wire. This will come up through there. These will go down through there. And one other thing I realized, this is all done here. I get my flipper one back. Here we go. I'm going to take out the flipper bushings right away. Those make it Playfield a little easier to polish. The flipper bushings, I will go through them and see the condition they are in and see if they need to be replaced. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I found out a lot of times they are in excellent shape, but then I also found out a lot of times that they're just totally trashed and junk. These ones I might just end up replacing because they're just very original, but I will go through and clean them, and then I will check them out against a brand new flipper and measure out if they're sloppy or not. Yeah, like there's been several times where they are like in perfect shape. Some things just wear out and some don't, you know. But however, if I replace one, I will be replacing all four. Alright, now the flippers are done. Now what we're going to do, get out my wire ties. I'm going to start wire tying stuff down. Wire tie this slingshot down. This slingshot. The reason why we're doing this is when I start flipping this thing upside down and stuff, it's not going to be flopping around in my way at all. Here I go again on my own. There's a road I've been on. I made up my mind. I'm not wasting any of my time. But here I go again. Alright. What's going here? The hell is that? I'm like the dog was down here and snorted at me. And then this one, I could probably just zip tie it right into the same thing. Alright. Hey everybody that just joined in. I'm Mark from Mark's Basement Arcade. You are watching me tear down a Williams Lucky Ace that will be for sale at Midwest Gaming Classic. Now this, I will zing it onto here. This way I can flip over the whole playfield. Nothing's going to be in my way now. There's my channel on YouTube, and there's the Midwest Gaming Classic, which is TVmgc, and that's what you're watching. Midwest Gaming Classic is the largest event of its kind in the world. And that broke off there, which is good, because that lets me know I got a bad socket and we're going to have to fix it. Alright, everything should be all dingle-dangled and tallywhacked on here. And I forgot one thing. The one thing it's hard to get to. I got the one thing that's way over here that I'm just going to use a wrench on. Where's all my playfield stuff? I put it in here. Yes. Use that. Okay. That's probably 3/8. No, it's smaller. 5/16. But yeah, the first weekend in April is the what is this, metric? Or is it the odd size between both of them? Let's say, no, that's too big. 9mm. Midwest Gaming Classic is the first weekend of April. Oh yeah, metric works on there perfect. 2024. So yeah, be there or be square. No, just be there. Lots of cool people. Lots of cool stuff to do. Trust me. Alright. Get this. Get that washer out there. Don't need that. We will need this. We're just going to pound that out. just leave it, and we'll grab it from the other side and twist it out. Alright. Yeah, earned some Midwest Gaming Classic points. Alright, let's flip this back over again. Like I said, this thing, it is heavy. Look at all this extra gear on it. And what fell down? Oh, the nut and washer I didn't want to lose. And I didn't. I was supposed to take them off. Can we just unscrew it? Here we go. It's just pushed in. However, it's just been in there so damn long, it was easier just to twist it out. So now you can see we got the Playfield stripped. It's stripped down real nice. Where's that container? It is stripped down real nice. I will now have to go through all these and figure out which ones are loose and which ones aren't. Carefully go on this. Cut this off. There. Maybe use a little alcohol. Clean that goo off. The leftover glue that didn't hold. See, if I would have took off that whole mylar the other way, it would have lost a ton more paint than that. And this Playfield's already not in its best shape, so the less damage I can do to it, the better off it is. So that's why I just cut that last little bit of mylar off instead of taking off this whole circle, because it is on there good. It's just this piece was peeled off, so I went past the peel where it was peeling off and took it off the rest of the way. So the other thing we're gonna do, while you guys are here, my squirt bottle is being all falling apart. I'm just going to wipe the crud off of this with a damp cloth. Trust me, I'm not doing any damage to it. Wipe it down with a wet cloth. I'm not doing any damage to this. I'm just getting the dirt off, so I can polish it. Like somebody used mill wax on there. I'm going to take that screw out. Damn, is that dirty. And then that goes in. There. Alright, let's get another towel to wipe that down. Just wipe it down. Just wipe it down. There, now my bottle's working right. So you know, a lot of people are like, no, don't ever put liquids on playfields. I totally agree, but how are you getting all this crap off without doing something? You're not. You are not cleaning this. All this built up crud off without doing something. Let's clean it up nice though. This will look so much better when I'm done with it. There. Here we're just built up right along here where that hunk of wood was. Oh yeah, there we go. I can feel it lifting up now. Just disgusting this thing was. Alright. That will dry off. And what I will do, I will start going around with my little baby screwdriver like this. And then I'll go underneath and figure out where these inserts are. Sometimes they're hard to do. Joe Hill's just rated the channel with 1,181. Oh my goodness, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I am Mark from Mark's Basement Arcade. Sorry about my glitching on the channel. I don't understand why it's been doing that. Here is my channel right there. Oh wow, we're getting a lot of followers. There we go. Mark's Basement Arcade, please check that out. Oh wow. Look at that. Oh, thanks. Oh wow, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, you guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Look at that. All these gifts we're getting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyways, I'm Mark from Mark's Basement Arcade. I stream for TVmgc. It says the subscriptions are just coming in. Wow. You guys are awesome. I stream for TVmgc, and I will be at the Midwest Gaming Classic. The Midwest Gaming Classic is the largest event of its kind in the world. If you're into gaming, man, those subscriptions are just coming and coming. if you're into gaming, please check us out. And please come to the show. Wow, look at all the subscriptions. Man, this is awesome. And every single one of these inserts is loose. They're just popping out. They're coming out like butter. I'm not even pushing hard on them. Wow, 587 people watching. This is the best time ever. But yeah, this is a Williams Lucky Ace. Hey, we got one that's stuck actually. This is a Williams Lucky Ace here that I'm loosening the inserts on it because they're all going to fall out anyways. And we're going to fix it. And if you come to the Midwest Gaming Classic, you can play this and maybe even take it home if you want to, because I will be having it for sale. Should be at the Poor Man's Pinball booth. And you can play it and buy it there. Look at that one, was really loose. These are, I'm not even like forcing them anymore. I'm just pushing these out. Wow, you guys, awesome. Thank you all for giving the gifts and the raid and everything. This is just like one of the coolest things I've seen anybody do in a long time. But yeah, you are awesome. Totally appreciate that. Look at all these. Yeah, I will be there. I was there last year with Poor Man, and I had sold a Williams Travel Time. And this one is not coming out. That one is in there good. So yep, I sold a Williams Travel Time. And the guy I sold it to had me shop it out. And there we go, they're all out. So we got two inserts that were actually still stuck in good out of all these. There's the 10 that goes there. Don't know what that one's from, and that one goes there. So I am going to try to get these two to see if they pop loose. But yeah, Poor Man's pretty cool. Yeah, sometimes he does sell some junk there. And that one is not budging, so that's good. And let me get back on the other side and try it. And get that one loose. But yeah, this is my second one I've sold. I'm gonna sell of these. Yeah, that one's not coming out either. So these two are hard glued in good. They're not moving. So let's I guess we could start gluing some of these in since I got a lot of people watching. I'm gonna use this E6000 glue. This stuff right here. But, and again, sorry for my internet connection today. It's horrible. And we're going to get a paper clip. Not a paper clip, a toothpick. We're going to start gluing these inserts back in. I wasn't going to do it. I was actually going to call it quits in a couple minutes, but since I got so many here, Princess Bride is coming soon for EP3 owners. Alright. But yeah, I've also bought a bunch of junk from Poor Man's Pinball. After the day was over, he had a whole bunch of junk left over. And I'm like, what are you doing with this? He goes, I'm going to throw it out. I'm like, well, what do you want for it? And he's like, I think he said $10. So I just got like a whole bunch of random nuts and bolts and different types of fastening hardware that he had. it was just like a bag or a box, and there was some gold in there when I got home and started going through it. There was gold in there. There was some brand spanking new parts. Had some brand new pop bumper rings. And some plastic pieces. Okay, what I'm going to tell you about this glue, what I like about it, it's kind of snotty. However, it also it stays flexible for a long time, so you can actually take it and work with it for a while. What I'm doing is I'm smearing it around the inside of where the insert sits. I'm going to have to do every other one until they start setting up, and then I'll go back and just set this on the inside where the insert sits, and then that will glue it back in. And then when I'm looking at the light, I'm trying to find out, this has got a grain that goes this way from when I originally sanded it, and I want to put that grain back the same way on the insert as it is. But I noticed this pinball is not in the best condition as it is right now. However, there's no reason why it can't be in its best playable condition. This is definitely going to be a player, and it's going to be a great player. Like the last one I had. The last one, it was so bad I almost thought about parting it out. But I got a soft spot for these EMs, and I just can't. I can't destroy one. I made it work. Put a bunch of new stuff on it, new pop bumper bodies, all new flippers. Rebuilt every single mech. Went through and rebuilt all the steppers. Went through them all, completely cleaned everything up. And for a solid year now, 2 years now. No, a year? Yeah, 2 years now. 2 years now, no issues with that machine. Works super great. Owner still loves it. Loved it so much he gave me another machine to shop out for him, which I'll be bringing back to the show as long as I get it up and working again. I got a little glitch I'm trying to figure out on it. I'm going to do every other one so I don't bump them and do weird stuff and make them not set right. But anyways, yeah, that other lucky ace I did. Don't ask me why I have too many of these. They just been falling in my lap. But anyways, yeah, it looked like hell, but man, that game played perfectly. And that's kind of be how this one is too. It's not going to be the best because it's got a war Playfield, but this one has a factory like a Lexon or plastic back glass. I don't know why they did that on some games and other games they didn't. But I've seen that before on Williams, where you got like a plastic back glass. But anyways, it's gonna play good. And this Playfield will polish up halfway decent. I can't do much about the missing artwork. I'm not an artist or nothing like that, but like I said, I can make a machine play great. But yeah, if you guys want to see what I do, again, here is my link right there. You can go to YouTube and check out Mark's Basement Arcade. You can see the awesome work I do on these EMs. Probably one of the few people that actually completely go through these games. I touch every single thing. All the leafs, they all get cleaned, readjusted. All the light sockets. All the steppers get completely tore apart, rebuilt. Score reels get tore apart into little pieces, put back together. I do all that stuff. But that's the only way I feel you can take one of these 50 or so year old machines, put it back together, and have it run perfectly for a long time again. These are holding in real nice. But yeah, that's the only way to do it. These old machines, to completely tear them apart. Anyways, yeah, so if anybody goes to Midwest Gaming Classic, this will be at the Poor Man's Pinball booth for sale, and you could take it home if you want to. And I would like you to take it home, because I'm specifically rebuilding this just for the show. I've had it for a little over a year now, I think. I traded a Gottlieb Preview EM straight up for this. We both got a killer deal. He wanted that Gottlieb EM. I wanted this. I think these types of machines will sell better than a Gottlieb Preview that has the old elevator ball return technology. A lot of people don't understand what that does, but then other people love that stuff. I actually have another one in my garage. Gottlieb Flying Circus. But yeah, I'll rebuild that one someday too. But yes, thank you so much for this awesome raid. It's crazy. I've never seen so many people get raided at one time, but it's such a giant raid like that. It is so cool. And the Midwest Gaming Classic appreciates it. I am doing volunteer work right now. That's what I do for Midwest Gaming Classic, because I believe in what Midwest Gaming Classic is about. So this is all volunteer work I'm doing right now. I have this stream, and then I volunteer for free to get Midwest Gaming, what do you call it, their word out, their message. And what's about the Midwest Gaming Classic I like? It's everything gaming. It's just not pinball. It's console gaming, arcade gaming, card gaming, board gaming, cosplay. They get like this ginormous vendor booth of all these vendors that are selling anything from like gaming knickknacks to video games, everything. But it will be at the Baird Center the first weekend of April 2024. And I will be there. But yeah, these old EM machines, they don't get love. I like them. I grew up with them. I'm over 50. Just over 50. But anyways, I grew up with these. And I remember them going ding to ding ding, you know, like doorbells. And so I grew up with these. I fell in love with them. And I love keeping them alive. And these, what I like about these, solid state machines are awesome. Don't get me wrong on that. I can't crap on them. But however, I'd like to see in 50 years somebody take a solid state game, Unplug her in. See what it does. This, you can store them both the exact same way in, you know, a nice climate controlled, you know, shelter. Store EM that's been gone through, and then take a solid state game, brand new in the box, put them next to each other, store them in that same room, and 50 years from now, and turn them on. What do you think's going to happen? I guarantee that solid state's probably going to pop a couple caps, and this EM probably is going to start up. It may have a couple little issues, you know, a little adjustment here or there, but it's probably going to be 99% playable, I bet. And that's the beauty of these machines. They overbuilt them when they were brand new. These games, they didn't think were going to be around 50 years. They figured, oh, this game's going to be 4 to 7 years. It's going to be out. They're going to throw them in a garbage, dumpster, landfill, and that's it. But they overbuilt them so damn good. They are lasting 50 years. Now, if you want to see a really crazy one, I have a video, Williams 3 Jokers. That game sat in storage for, I can't remember how many years, but he told me when I plug that thing in, it's going to work 100% perfect. It will fire right up and work. And you know what it did? It did work perfect. It needed rubbers and everything, but every switch worked. All the square reels did what they were supposed to do. And I was like totally impressed on that game. Never got to finish it because somebody saw that video when I posted it up and hit me up instantly for it. So the only thing I got to do was make a video showing that it worked. But yeah, Williams 3 Joker on Mark's Basement Arcade. You want to see a odd old EM from the 70s. Just fire straight up with no issues. But yeah. Yeah, this is, I thank you for, you know, hanging out. Yeah, these EMs, they look harder than hell to work on. Just get rid of all the wiring that you see underneath them. And just think of the switches. That's what I always tell people. Just think of the switches when you see an EM. Forget about the relays. I mean, all the 10,000 miles of wiring. Just think about all the switches. And that's it. And it's really not that bad. It's a basic calculator, you know, if you think of it. You got the score motor, which is the brain. And then you got the steppers, which are little like peripherals or something of the brain. And they just tell the brain what to do and when to do it. And yeah, you got 500 miles of wire in that EM, but they go together great. This one, I just got done rebuilding the head on it. So the square wheels come apart. You get the reel, you get the main gear, the 2 other little gears, the clips, the springs, and you got a couple leaf switches on them, and then a coil sleeve and a coil. So yeah, there's half a dozen to a dozen parts in a score reel, but they do the job great. But yeah, right now I'm just, like I said, I don't know what's with these lucky aces, but the last one I had, all these inserts, you could just turn the playfield over and they all fell out. This one had 2 loose laying in a cabinet when I got it, and then when I took it apart I found another one that was randomly thrown in here. Alright, we got half of those glued back in already. And they're staying perfect. I skipped these so I could go back over them, because I don't want to just disturb what I got going on here. In MRSA, yeah. these EMs, yeah, they overbuilt them. But they're still fun games. They're simple as hell. They have, you know, a very primitive rule set, but however, they still got good fun, you know, playing ability to it. This is think of this as original Atari 2600. You look at original Atari and you see like River Raid. We'll take that game for example. That or Combat. And you're looking at that game and you're like, man, that game's so easy. Same like Adventure or something like that for Atari. You're like, that game is so easy. I could just hop on that game, put it in and play it and beat it because it's so easy. Wrong. They are still just as hard. Same with these EMs. I see a lot of people that are whizzes on solid state games. And they can get all these points and stuff because they know do this and you can rack up the points. And they bring that same mentality to EMs, not realizing these are still just as hard. Yeah, you gotta do certain things. However, you still got your basic pinball physics, you know, that go to them. I got junk on the playfield now. What I like about this stuff, it kind of like rubs off like rubber cement almost. But you still got your playfield physics. You know, you gotta hit the ball the right way to do this. But I've seen people that are playing all these new Stearns and Jersey Jacks and stuff get lost on these EMs because there's nothing to you know, shoot at them. Yeah, exactly, Dave. You just need a community tester and a schematic. I never use schematics. Trust me. With these games, usually when you take them apart, and as long as you put close switch closes and open switch open, they usually fix themselves. The only time I need a schematic is when I have something really goofy and odd that I just can't figure out. And that's exactly when I use a schematic. But oh really? That is crazy. Go online with a 2600 and you can download ROMs. That is crazy. But yeah, anyways, primitive rules do make them more approachable for the first time because these are basic games. But if you get the right EM, they are fun. They are still fun. This has got 4 flippers on it, and it's still a fun game. The only thing I don't like about this game, there's a 1-player version which is Lucky Ace, and then you got the 4-player version which is called Dealer's Choice. What I don't like about the 1-player version is you have right here, you have the Ace, King, Queen, Jack, and 10. These will not reset from game to game. So if I got Ace, King, Queen, and Jack lit up, and my game is over, when you start your new game, you just got to hit the 10, and you're ready to go. But on Dealer's Choice, it will reset that. I don't understand why they didn't do that with the 1-player. It like totally blew my mind, and I looked at the whole schematic because it wasn't resetting, and there's nothing in the schematic for that to reset, which I thought was crazy. But anyways, yeah, the primitive rules on this and everything, yeah, they're great playing games still. Great introduction game to pinball. If you can get a person that knows what they're doing to rebuild them and rebuild them correctly. Just like I said, if you go to Mark's Basement Arcade and you look at my videos, you will see, look up my Williams Grand Prix playlist. That game, I took every single mech and I got every mech documented showing you how to rebuild every single thing on there and how great that game plays. That game played so great, one of my customers bought it right off me. But yeah, these do need a little love every now and then, the EMs. So you still got to kind of know either somebody that can fix them or adjust them from time to time. Once you get them dialed in just right for adjustment, they play great. See, I like this glue because it gets like snotty like this. You just go in here and roll it around on the edge. It gets snotty and holds us all in. But yeah, like I said, the EMs are great. If you're just want to get into pinball and you know somebody like me that can rebuild these machines, this is a great game to have for your first game. If you really like it, and then you can start beating this game, you can sell it off and get yourself a newer Stern or like an 80s solid state, which I have. I have a few of them. I have Wildfire. I have 2 Flight 2000s. Would Gottlieb Victory be considered that? 80s solid state? I'm thinking no, it's not. It's not primitive enough. It is, but it isn't. It's got more of a deeper rule than like Flight 2000. Flight 2000 is lock 2 balls, hit 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and multi-ball, rinse, dry, and repeat. Well, Victory's the same way. Go around the playfield, do your 8 checkpoints, and you start over. So I guess it's kind of the same. I have never played Original Fireball. Everybody likes that game. I've never played one. Everybody's like, "Ooh, Bally Fireball, Bally Fireball." Ooh, yeah. No, I've never played one. Never played one. I should play one. Just to say I've played one. But, yeah, that's, from what it looks like, it's pretty wild looking to me. Where is this? There we go. Like I said, I'm trying to look at these in the light and match the grain back up. There we go. Some of these are cupped a little bit, but oh well. As long as they're glued in and they're not going to fall out, what does it matter? That last one I had to super glue them in because they were so damn loose. These ones are nice and tight going in. The other one I had to physically super glue them in because they were just so loose. I used to use wood glue on this, but Dave from Dave's Arcade got me turned on to this E6000, and these are great. They send out their machines for repair, shopping or use. Yes. Shopping a game is something I think somebody's got to do at least once. One, to know how your game works, and 2, to see what you have to do to do a game. Now you can see on this playfield, I have everything taken off. All the stand-ups are gone. All the rollover switches are gone. The slingshots are gone. The flippers are completely gone. The ball kicker down here is gone. The pop bumpers are gone. All the rollovers are gone. Everything. This is the only way I know how to clean a playfield. After 50 years, your game needs to be cleaned like this once. And this is why I got this whole thing stripped down. Later on, after these, are all settled and glue is dry and everything, I will take my drill. I got a 3-inch or 2-inch buffer attachment that goes onto it. I will squirt Novus 2 all over this playfield and buff the hell out of it. What that will do, it will get me a nice shine to the playfield. And then after that, then I will go through with some Meguiar's wax, and I will wax, put a nice thick coat on it, and wax it, and get her all sealed. And that wax will make this game play so smooth. And it will be great. So again, yeah, if anybody is interested in this, it will be for sale at Midwest Gaming Classic at the Poor Man's Pinball booth. So come and see it. We had 2 inserts we did not have to glue, which is crazy. These do pop up once in a while. The inserts, not the games. I don't know why they do that. Sometimes when they're snug, they will come up a little bit. Like I said, what I like about this glue is that it boogers up when you're done. It's like a rubber cement, but not. So these are all nice and inserted. I mean, clean. So I think what I'm going to do now, since I got you guys here, and since I got 200 and something people, we're just going to keep working on this game. Normally I'd be done a half hour ago, but I can't stop with all these people. This is a cheap Harbor Freight Dremel. It's $10 junk. However, this right here, this is an actual real Dremel 443-bit. What I'm going to do is go in every light socket and clean them. What I do is I kind of go like this in a circle and bounce up and down. What that does, it cleans the sidewall of the socket and it cleans the bottom at the same time. There, all the light sockets are clean. And then what I'll do later on is when I get this flipped back over, I will twist the sockets and see if they twist. And then if they do twist, I will solder them together. And that will bulletproof all the light sockets. You won't get any flickers, any weird stuff with the bulbs. But these will be all bulletproof by the time I'm done. Every socket I do. So I got, what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 34, 35, 6. Let's say 50. There's 50 light sockets in here, so I will go through every single one, and I probably will end up soldering half of them together. What I do is you got the, there we go, let's do this again. I love this thing. Alright, we got our thing here. We got our light socket, which is like this. Now it's got this thing that goes like that, and then like this. This is where it screws into the Playfield, right there. This is where your bulb is. And then this, you get your ground braid well, everybody calls it your ground braid, that runs across like that, and it hits this, and then you have your other little part on here that goes like this, and you have your other wire that's soldered onto there. So what I do is this part, there's usually a fabric washer in here. It's not fabric, it's like some type of cardboard or something, that this is pressed onto here, so this actually is connected to this through this area right here. And then on the top here, there's this bump out, which is in the middle of the socket, which connects to this wire here. So it's got a tab that goes over it, and you got your wire. So you got your wire here, that's stapled to the playfield, and you got your other wire. Now the common issues with these is this whole part of the socket right here will start spinning. And because this wafer fiber board washer here shrinks over time. Now what a lot of people do, they'll take some 3-in-1 oil and they'll soak this, and what that does, it swells back up and creates a good connection between these two. What I like to do is I'll throw a blob of solder right here. What that does, it prevents this from spinning, so when you put your bulb in, I don't know if you ever put bulbs in before, you put them in and sometimes you just keep twisting forever. This now permanently connects this to here, which is connected all the way down to your wire. So now all this, think of all this, is now like soldered together. So you got a perfect groove there. Now a lot of times also, where this metal tab comes on top of the light here, will also be loose too. So you can just take this wire, desolder it from right there, and then there will be a tab in the middle there. You can just take your wire and solder it right to that. So therefore you're eliminating every problem with your bad socket and bulletproofing them, and they'll last forever this way. The only time I ever replace these sockets is when they physically fall apart. I've had that happen on 2 games where they were just fell apart, or rusted. If they're rusted, then you get a new socket. Otherwise, otherwise I can fix the sockets. So these are like a buck a piece. Yeah, a glob of solder here or a glob of solder there, and it's fixed. To replace the socket, I have to take this screw out. I have to desolder this braid and move it over, and then I have to take this off, put a whole new socket in, screw it down, bring this braid back over, solder it back down, and I got to solder that. When I can just take a little nail file right here and scribble on that, put a blob of solder on there, and fix it. This is Williams Lucky Ace single player game. I'm going to ask 9 for it. Will I get 9? I don't know. I'd like to. If I can get 9 for it, it's going to be awesome. If I don't, I will negotiate prices. Here we go. Here's my link for rebuilding those, what do you call it? The light bulbs. The reason why I'm asking 9 for it is because, well, this thing's going to be fully rebuilt. I mean, yeah, you can buy EM for, $500, $400, $300, $200, but are they going to work properly? Are they going to be tore apart like what I'm doing, where every coil will get a new sleeve, cleaned up, put back together? Anything that's metal to metal contact, like your brackets for your what do you call it? Let me get one out. Oh, right here. Like your slingshots, for example. Right here. See, this is just disgusting. It's all greasy and sticky. How many people, when they shop EMs, are going to take this apart right here, degrease it, clean it up, and put it back in? How many do that on EMs? I would say none. I'm one of the weird people that do that. The reason why is because I'm throwing my name on this game here. My name is attached to it. I want people to know, if you buy a Mark's Basement Arcade machine that's been refurbished, it's been refurbished. Everything has been gone through. Not just what do you call it? I called lipstick on a pig. All the posts are on, right? Clean it off, wax it, put new rubbers on, start the game up. Okay, there's a little issue. Let's clean this one contact. Okay, the game works now. We sell it for $800-900 bucks. I guarantee that machine is going to probably fail either right away or within a year. It's going to have issues. What I do is as you can see, this game is completely tore apart. All these posts are going to go into ultrasonic cleaner and get cleaned. This is going to get polished and waxed. As you can see, I went through the inserts and I made sure the inserts are now stable. Actually, I want to go over it one more time while I'm talking about them. I want to push this one up. I'm going to go through it and make sure all these inserts are stable. They're not loose. That one went down just a little bit that I didn't like. All these rollovers here, these are going to be all cleaned. Where are we? There we go. These are all the rollovers that are right here. How can you clean these if you don't take them out? So these will go through an ultrasonic cleaner. Because I guarantee at one time somebody probably at least sprayed oil in one of these because it was sticking. But these have all, you can see all the white wax that's built up on them. These are filthy. How do you clean your posts on your playfield when they're on there? You can't. The land guides, they will all be cleaned. This will all go in an ultrasonic cleaner and clean. I don't know why the hell I threw these in there. But yeah, they'll go through ultrasonic cleaner, and this will all get cleaned. Here, for example, yeah, it's just a fuse. Yeah, it makes me sick how these people sell these games sometimes. Here's your rollovers that are in your lanes here. Who takes these out? Nobody. Nobody takes these out. These will go in a rock tumbler with walnut media. And when I put these back in, this is all going to be nice and shiny. It's all dull and crappy looking right now. It's like, who does that? Who takes these out of their machine and cleans them? Nobody. I do that. I don't want to brag, but how can you refurbish a machine? You don't do that. Same with the pop bumpers. These are all going to go through a rock tumbler and get cleaned. These are the original light sockets. I reuse these. However, I will solder a LED bulb into them, and they will not ever get loose or flicker or anything, because when I solder the bulb in, then I pack it with hot glue, so this bulb's never going to flicker. It's not going to have any issues. Just like the springs for the pop bumper. Ooh, puts them in a rock tumbler and with media. Nobody does that. I guarantee you, there are many people that do refurbish a game like I do. Where's that other container? Right here. Like the apron screws that are on the top there. These are going to get polished. These are all going to go through the rock tumbler. They're going to look all nice and shiny and everything. You get that ball gate, same thing. It's all going to go through it. Here's all the post screws. These are all going to go through the same thing. The rock tumbler with the walnut medium. They're all going to come out looking real super nice. Are you going to ever see this screw? No. But why would I tear apart a machine and clean it and put it back together and not take care of this? You know what I mean? And then the fuses. I go through all the fuses. I make sure that the machine has the correct fuses in it. I clean the fuse holder if they're in great condition. On Bally's, they just get thrown in the garbage. I do all that. It's impossible to not go through one of these machines. Am I losing money on them? Probably. You've tumbled bumper skirts? Yeah. Yeah, these will go right into the tumbler. These will come out looking beautiful. Sometimes I'll have to polish them afterwards. Like sometimes here, I'll have to polish them. But these will look really nice. One of my friends tells me, you lose a lot of money on doing these machines because you're kind of selling them for almost what people are selling them for, with the lipstick on the pig restoration. But yeah, it's the only way I know how to do it. Here's the, what do you call it? The head. For example, here's the head. Who takes the head out of the head to work on it? These square wheels have all been gone through. I have to go over this one yet. It's all been rebuilt. It's got all brand new bulbs in it. A lot of people, what they do is, if the bulb works, if it doesn't work, throw this one out. We'll put a new one in while all these other bulbs are working. Why not just leave them? Same with this. I just went through every single mech in here. These are all working like brand new. Go through the Jones plugs, clean them all up, and then retighten them. Every single one. They get all retightened back up. So when you put the Jones plug back in, you got that super tight seal. These have all been completely tore apart into little pieces. And let's look at this one. Let me put that back in there. This is the one you look at, the 10 reel. This is the one that spins like crazy. Look at that. That is clean as can be. When's the last time you saw a reel that looked brand new? These reels I go through and hand clean these and hand polish them. I don't know if you can see the numbers, how they got kind of like a shine to them. That's from hand polishing them. You can't do these on every reel, but you can do them on Williams and some Bally's. But yeah, then that board's been taken apart, so this comes off, that comes off, all the screws come off, all the switches get clean. But yeah, I'm not cleaning these wrappers. I clean them as good as I can, but this one's stained. It's the 10 reel. And then I went through on all these sockets, and I verified each socket was good. But yeah, I guarantee those people that are shopping these games are not shopping them like I do. Just like all these relays here on the bottom, I went through every single one of those, tightened them up, made sure they were working, and I ohm test all the coils. I have to do that to this game yet. well, the Playfield, but these are all ohm tested. They all work. They're not half dead or whatever. Even this little stepper unit here, which are a pain in the butt, that thing even works perfect. Yeah, who does that? I don't think a lot of people do this. So yeah, I take the head out of the head because it's easier to work on. Well, yeah, that E6000 glue is awesome. I love that stuff. What else? I'll put this up again. I'm going to get the correct date for Midwest Gaming Classic, just because I want it. It is April 5th through the 7th of 2024. Let's get back to that. Yep, April 5th through 7th, 2024 at the Baird Center. So yeah, we're here, we're face to face now. But yeah, I don't know any other way to rebuild these things. I take refurbishing pinball a little too seriously, I guess. There's people that will make a quick buck off you on doing this. I don't want to be that guy. I can't be that guy. It's morals, you know. I would feel like crap if I sold you a game that, oh hey everyone, that was just poorly shopped. Now you got the cabinet is right here. What I will be doing on that is you got the mortarboard that's on the bottom. That I'll be pulling out too. And that I will be going through every single thing. We'll be going all through that. All the relays, I'll even take them off the board and vacuum underneath the board and brush them down with a paintbrush to get all the dust out of it. And then I vacuum out the inside of the cabinet. It's just, yeah, I want my games to be out there, so when you see one of my games, that I'm like, almost like the high-end pin of EMs, but in the opposite direction. I don't make the games look brand new, but I make them play brand new. So, if you ever watch high-end pins, how he takes everything apart, rewires everything. I don't rewire everything. I'll fix the wiring, but I don't think if he did an EM, I don't think he would redo that whole harness either, because they're not easy to work on, because the harness has got that cloth wire, and that's not the easiest stuff to solder and cut. I did figure out a way to cut it though. What you do is you just use a lighter and you burn the end off, let it cool down, and just grab your fingers and it will pull right off. But I don't even want to consider myself like the high-end pins of EM. That guy does awesome work, but he restores them. I will make this game play like brand spanking new again. Yeah, it will function like new. Trust me, if any of the games I have sold and they had issues, I went back out right away and fixed them. I've had EMs that have issues. They're EMs. They do weird things on their own. Normally with EMs, once this game is all back together and working, I will throw a blanket over to Playfield and turn it on for 24 hours. Just leave it plugged in on for 24 hours. With that blanket on covering a Playfield, it keeps all the heat inside of it, and it lets the leaves relax and kind of do what they want. I found out by doing that, there's usually never an issue afterwards. before, and I got rushed once, which I will never do that again. Told a customer when their game would be done, and they were fine with it. And then all of a sudden I get a thing that says we're having a party, we'd like our game. So I kind of like rushed it, and yeah, I went back to their house 3 times, and they lived far away because I got rushed on the game. And ever since then I'm like, I'm not doing that. Once the game's up and working, I usually will keep it for a week and play it. I'll have friends come over and play it and beat on it. That's what I always say, I'm going to beat on your game for a week. And if it breaks, it breaks. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. This way, I know after I beat on it for a week, it's going to get some good abuse. And yeah, if it lasts, when it gets back to your house, it should last you for years. But yeah, that's the only way I can think of doing it. It's like I just did a Hollywood Heat, and they had a lot of board issues. I sent the boards out and I had them professionally done. But everything else I did, same thing. Playfield stripped down like that, go through every Mac, pop-upper, flipper, everything. Just do that all. That's the only way I can do it. We still got 200 people. I hate to shut the stream down because, I got 200 people here. Normally, like I said, I don't stream this long, but it's like, why not? We're talking about Midwest Gaming Classic right now. Let me put this where I'm not going to forget it. I'll put in Last Action Hero. Alright. Midwest Gaming Classic is like one of the best things that happened to gaming. The reason why they have it at the Barrett Center, which is former Wisconsin Center, which is former Midwest Express Center, which was originally Mecca. But anyways, what I like about the Midwest Gaming Classic is anything to do with gaming, it brings us all together. So if you're into board games, arcade games, console games, card games, checkers, air hockey, anything to do with gaming, well, just anything you can think of gaming, they have at the Midwest Gaming Classic. I almost like Midwest Express Center. At the Midwest Gaming Classic, what I like about it is everybody that goes there is got that one thing on their mind. It's gaming. So it's a great culture to be a part of because it's just everybody's like friends there. You're about 4. Yeah, it's good giving tutorials and maintenance. I usually will send them certain videos of like how to wax and stuff like that. But anyways, Midwest Gaming Classic, it brings us all together as a community, which is nice because as you walk through different parts of the building, you see people that have that same passion. You might have, like, I'll have a pinball passion, but the guy that's walking in front of you might have the PlayStation 2 passion or Xbox or something like that. But we're all there because we love gaming, and it is just a great family get together thing. Everything that is there is all on free play too. So you pay your one admission to get in, and people bring games from all over for you to play. They have a playable game museum, so there you can play the original Pong. They have all these giant CRT TVs, old school TVs that are set up, and you can play original Pong and television. Atari Jaguar. That's how this whole thing started was Dan's love for Atari Jaguar. wanted to get everybody that had a Jaguar together, and it just evolved. But yeah, they got the playable game museum, so yeah, if you had a ColecoVision as a kid, you go play one. I think they got Virtual Boy, everything. There's a whole giant area that has the game museum. And then you got all the new games that come out, which, you know, more like, you know, pinball and stuff like that. You get all the major manufacturers there with their brand new machines. You can play all those for free too. But then you got the huge vendor hall. So if you're looking for that 1970 battleship or something like that, chances are they might have a board game that they're buying, or if you wanted a Pokemon card, they have that. I know they have a werewolf thing there. If you're into playing werewolf, they have one of the, I can't remember what group it is, but they have a whole werewolf thing later on afterwards, and you can play it like with 50 or 60 people playing werewolf if you're into that. But yeah, it's just crazy. I mean, if you ever been to the Baird Center, which was Wisconsin Center, that place is huge. You know, we fill up that whole thing. So yeah, check out the Midwest Gaming Classic. Here's a link again. Check, yeah, you need to go. It is like one of the best things that I feel I became part of. I've been doing this for a few years now, streaming. This is all volunteer time I'm doing right now. Here's my YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe, which is free, go for it. Check out my videos. But yeah, if you want to rebuild anything with pinball, that's what I do. We'll start at one little part and we'll completely disassemble it, clean it, put it back together, and we'll go to another part. So yeah, if you're into that stuff, yeah, please check me out. But yeah, Midwest Gaming Classic, go. It is a great thing. I used to live like 5 minutes away from it when it was at the old place. I can't remember what it was called. I was at a hotel, and I literally lived like 5 minutes away. Never went there. And I'm like, oh yeah, whatever, you know. I didn't know what I was missing, and I totally regret all those years not going there. Now I know what I was missing, and I'm like 5 minutes away. It's like, wow. Now I'm like 20 minutes, half hour away from where it is. But still, I go, I'll get there Thursday, get my games there Thursday, go there Friday, make sure everything is good, hang out all day Saturday, hang out Sunday, pack my junk up, come back home. But yeah, it's awesome. Love it there. I think you guys would like it. Come, stop by, say hi. I'll be at the Poor Man's Pinball booth with this lucky ace, as long as it makes it. You never know, there could be some weird wiring issue that I can't figure out. It happens. I had one game that somebody decided to yank one wire out of the harness from like the front of the machine and the back of the machine, and it was a really, really old game. I couldn't find schematics anywhere. I think it was like a 1932 exhibit contact. I couldn't find schematics for it anywhere, so I couldn't fix it. I didn't know where this wire went. I could tell that a wire was missing on the harness because the harness, if you ever see how these harnesses are laced, if you pull one wire out, you can notice how it's loose. And I could see some telltale things of where stuff was soldered. So I couldn't fix it because that. And then sometimes with these games, you get cold solder joints in them, and everything will be there, and then it just won't fire up because you got one cold solder joint, and you got to go through and check out all the soldering. And look at that. I'm still getting red lights on my OBS, so I'm still locking up once in a while. But anyways, yeah. If if you are here, I'm going to do this. There's a link right there, right there, or on the side if you're on Twitch. But this will also be on my YouTube channel, which is right here, Monday. So I'll take this and edit it and then throw it up on my YouTube channel. So you can either rewatch this again on Twitch or go to Mark's Basement Arcade, which the link is right here now. And watch it. But yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, going to MGC is one hell of a therapy, just to hang out, because that's where I met Dave Paisan right there, right there, or up there. That's where I met Dave. I met him at one of the MGC events, and he's been a great friend ever since. And I would have never met him if it wasn't for Midwest Gaming Classic. So it's kind of cool. That link I just put up shows you how to use, if you have an Amazon Prime, you have a free subscription you can use on Twitch. So that link will show you how to use a free subscription and subscribe to Midwest Gaming Classic. Because all the money that they make off of me streaming here goes back to MGC to help the show out. Because the show is your show, and without you, there is no Midwest Gaming Classic. But tonight, we will be back on at 7 p.m. with Jason. And then we have another streamer, Barricade. I have no idea when he pops up. He doesn't have a set time. He pops up when he pops up. I try to do every Sunday at 2. Sometimes I miss it because life happens. I can't make it all the time. But I need to get this done because this is my personal streaming project for the show. I want to get it done. I want to get to MGC. I want people to see what my work looks like and what it plays like. It can break, trust me. My last game I brought last year broke the last day. One spring on the square wheel broke. One little stupid spring put the whole game out of commission. So it does happen. There was no sign of the spring breaking, otherwise I would never put it on. This one little square wheel spring. Flight 2000, I think it's pretty bulletproof now. I just put a new bridge rectifier in it. I put a new MPU in it. It's got a new driver board, a new light board. Because I have another Flight 2000, so I had brand new boards in that, so I put them in this one. But then I just built a new bridge rectifier for it. So that game is working good. The only way anything's going to happen to it if something else breaks I didn't know about. And I just broke a drop target the other day too. What the hell happened? Spring broke on the drop target. So I had to took the spring where it broke and retwisted it back around, and it's just a little bit shorter now, but it still does the same exact job. But that should be it, and that's right over there. You can see it right there. There's my Flight 2000. Right there. You should see that there. And there's my computer, and then my other monitor. Well, that's actually a TV set. Then here you got the Lucky A's. You got my space shuttle. You got my jukebox. We got Hot Wheels right here. You know, we got Last Action Hero, Gottlieb Victory, Beatles, Stern Beatles, Gottlieb Hit the Deck, Williams Cyclone, way at the end there. The one where you can see right here, you can see the Playfield. That is a Williams Vagabond. That's my Flight 2000. I have another Flight 2000. This is the Lucky Ace that we're working on. And that's the cabinet again for it. There's a cool sign right there, Mark's Basement Arcade. Oh, Oh, and if you're wondering about these lights, why the blue noodles are on them, I have a friend that's, that tall. He's literally that much from the ceiling, and I put the foam things up so when he comes over, he doesn't leave with a blood scab on his head. And with that, I think I'll be back. Well, I'm planning to be back next Sunday at 2. I don't see why I wouldn't, but like I said, life happens. I had to shut down everything for a while because my dad got really sick. So that killed everything for a long time. And yeah, I'm back. So with that, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's some cool stuff right here. It will be here on Monday. So with that, I guess I'll be back next Sunday at 2, and I'll have more pinball ideas for you, and you'll have things you want to talk about, and I will too. So take care, everybody. Give me a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe to Mark's Basement Arcade. Please give us a follow on TVmgc on Twitch. Please subscribe if you can. Next Sunday at 2, we'll do some more on that Playfield. That's about it. Take care, everybody, and later.